Shh,
Placeholder.
no one sees it.
That's okay.
No one sees it. Shh, shh, shh.
That's fine. We'll get a quick fix.
Yes. No one noticed. No one noticed anything but the game, right? What's he playing?
Incidentally, are these games timed or untimed?
On time.
Ooh, we are playing untimed? Because that's very relevant for the Alone in Terra mirror, if we ever see that.
It is.
It's quite often that game comes down to running out of time.
It's
We might have to figure out something for what happens in a draw. Or Pion could win this match and not doom us with it.
true. Bad, not bad. I'm so bad with this. I need more practice with it. You know, for all like the insistence I have for being prepared, I still managed to muck things up. Goodness. This,
Nah, it's fine. This is a quick fix.
yeah, it's not like a 30-minute delay or anything, right? Right. Everything's hunky dory now. Let's do this. Pay no
Yeah.
attention to the man behind the curtain. Ah, but of course. Right.
So this matchup seems like it'd be good for Pion, right? But
I
Linyvine
imagine.
can't win early, and Linyvine can't interact well with his combo. Like Aetherphage can kind of do things. I don't know. I feel like Pion's combo kill is going to trump any sort of late game that Linyvine can bring out.
Hmm. Unless Linyvine decides to forsake any creatures on the board. But still, don't think.
Even then, he still takes like 17 a turn as Agamemnon beats down on him.
True. Although
Yeah, maybe that is a
this.
plan for Linyvine.
Let's see. I imagine Pion's heavily favored in this matchup. Although Pion's hand this turn isn't very. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't level anything important.
It's fairly
Doesn't.
awful.
Yes. It's quite awful.
It's curious that he chose not to level the Battlebrand. Level 2 Battlebrand, like, all of these creatures seem really weak. A level 2 Battlebrand along with something else could be rather valuable.
Could be.
Although, I suppose Pion benefits more from early pressure than other control decks, because, like, well, Agamemnon does need to deal damage to win. Unfair amounts of damage, but he doesn't necessarily deal infinite.
It goes to 51. Attack with a Warmod 3, which is like the best case scenario where you level everything perfectly, you do the combo perfectly. Then you do 153 damage minus the health of the two creatures he slapped. That's still like the maximum damage
Okay.
you can do. Which is usually well over overkill, I would say.
Ooh, is Linyvine considering another Dendrify here? No, he's going to Energy Surge. And he managed to find a Sage. He's going to Sage? No, he's going to Dendrify still.
Hmm. I guess.
See, this is interesting.
Okay.
He's now leveled a Justicar and 2 Dendrifies, neither of which are cards that Pion cares about going into the late game.
No.
So we'll have to see if that punishes Linyvine later.
Indeed. Linyvine looking at the Lucid Echoes. Oros. How do you feel about Oros in UA control? I remember you and Pykodor trying it out for the World Championship.
Yeah, Picador and I, we put that in there, 3 of them. Like, big giant monsters was, despite the fact that Herald decks all have Dendrifies and there were a lot of Dendrifies, we found that just simple big giant monsters were the best win conditions. And so you wanted ones that were still good early. And Aros fit that to a T. He was very good at that. Metagame's changed a little now. Like, Aros is horrendous in the mirror against other control decks, and there's a lot of these Lucid Echo style decks have picked up.
Because the life
So,
total doesn't matter, does it?
yeah, not really, no.
It only,
And
yeah.
huge dumb bodies like Aros are fairly easy for the control decks to kill. So we kind of moved away from him.
I just realized that opening up the deck messes up the portrait of a bit. A bit. It's fairly okay though. Edict.
And Real's Edict. So Linyvine's level 2 Dendrifies, and Oros, a Justicar, an Edict, which isn't going to level. I feel like Linyvine's going to have problems at player level 2 and 3.
Mention.
I'm not sure. This looks like part of his plan. He declined to play the Sage earlier. Maybe Linyvine knows something we don't?
Perhaps. Still, Pion sounds pretty bad here, isn't it?
Yeah, especially
No,
with
no
Aether
lucid
Phage.
echoes. He has to play the mode, block the phage. He's gonna do a war mod the 3/4.
Yeah, I guess he wants a level 3 Warmonger mod in his deck more than the board presence.
True.
Okay,
I can
I can see that.
agree. And the war mod actually allows it to throw the kid in, which is kinda cute.
Well, there's another awful hand from Pion.
I mean when you're running the lucid package, I guess I would call it, and a relic scout and Agamemnon combo, I guess the draws don't tend to be very good.
Nah, it's when you can't get any Lucid Echoes ticking, things can get a lot harder.
Ooh. Huh,
That Relic Hunter's not so bad here.
That's
Especially,
pretty much the only time I've seen a relic hunter be like, oh yay, a relic hunter.
yeah, Linyvine's missing his Dendrifier. Like the two Dendrifiers went by in the last hand, so he's going to struggle to answer that. Actually, it's going to deal some damage. Especially since this is a hand where there's a good chance he wants to echo, right? He wants to, like, Linyvine wants to get his own echoes ticking.
Apparently not.
No, he chooses the life. Linyvine's playing a very defensive style. Okay.
Maybe he's not aware of the combo.
Maybe. Maybe you trust that this will like stall out later in the game, and so he just wants to preserve his life total now. If he doesn't die during player level 3, maybe he can lock it up during 4 or 5. Which is an odd thing. Which is an odd thing to say, but this is how Alone Your Terror Control works. You're always planning. Like, you don't really plan to win for a very long time.
You just kind of you're happy to sit there and and then block it out with a lucid echoes tree. Oh,
Yep. You sit there, you do nothing for a long time, and then one day you find that all your opponent's creatures have turned into 6/6 trees, and you've got 12/9 gnomes in play.
Dendrify is actually, I think, the like UA control is a strange thing to pop on Soulforge, right? Because you before that in the set 4, set 5. Well, it's not not set 5. It's the set 4 meta game. We just had big mid-rangey decks. It just played Soulforge. They just played a very honest game. And
Yeah, you'd make your 2 plays, and you'd try and overwhelm your opponent's 2 plays.
and then
Whereas,
I believe through a combination of Edict, Lucid Echoes, and Dendrify, the deck popped up.
yeah, well, Malice Hermit's a big part of it too, I think.
Oh yeah,
But
definitely.
yeah, this deck definitely did need a lot of the newer cards to really come about. It didn't exist before.
That Phage will hurt.
I'm just loving how much work these Relic Hunters are doing. Like, that's another terrifying Relic Hunter. It'll get Dendrified, I'm sure, but
No, it's actually not.
yeah, that's gonna deny him one of the level 3s if he does.
It's gonna play Auras instead. No Agamemnon Wombo combo, but what's his life total? Is it 7? Oh, he wins.
Oh.
Wow, that was surprising.
Yep. Agamemnon should deal lethal here, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it should. Let's kill him outright.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have a Relic Scout, but it's still lethal.
Yeah, still stabs him for 14.
Okay. So despite Linyvine's very defensive style, he still just died on 3.2, was it?
Yep. Two.
Wow.
Oh, it's oh yeah. That's actually
Those
quite quick.
Relic Hunters put on a lot of pressure, didn't they? That was unexpected.
Okay. Go Agamemnon. Right. So
I'm just getting the players ready for the next game.
yep.
Linyvine has to choose his next deck. So the format, for those that don't know, is best of 5. Um, First one to win 3 games wins, so you got to beat all 3 of your opponent's deck in order to win the match. And the loser of each game chooses which deck they'd like to play next. So Linyvine will decide which one of his has the best matchup against this Pion combo deck and try and take it down. I imagine it's something aggressive, right?
Probably
Or
Hero
Herald.
Bomb.
Like that
Probably.
Herald of Destruction would be pretty good against Pion's deck. So maybe we see the Herald come out here.
Oops. There's a bit of muck up there, isn't there?
Yeah, did Pion just choose his other deck? Pion's forced to choose his combo deck again, isn't he?
Yep. I guess I told him in time.
If by being desynced, like, hmm.
And what deck is Linyvine going? Because I have to change lists as the moment I see them.
Um, that's how I interpreted the rules. Only the loser changes list between each round.
Let's see, what do you go?
So yep, here we go. He's back on the crow.
Yeah.
Ah, I keep making a mistake. I keep watching your stream instead of
You have the Pion syndrome now.
it's slightly delayed.
It's not very good.
Yeah, I'm making the same mistake Pion was making yesterday, not the other day.
He makes
Um,
the same mistakes every time you screen share.
yep. So apologies, guys, if I've been a little out of sync. I've been tripping up Pion. So it's good now. I think I'm doing things properly. It wouldn't be a Soulforge stream without some technical difficulties, right?
Of course not. It's well notorious. Like the entire. Whenever someone organizes an event, it's just notorious for being, you know, not perfect.
So I've wanted to ask, who
Hmm?
the hell named this Aggifinity? What kind of a name is that?
I couldn't spell Eggman. The actual name of the deck is like what? Wait, what's it called? It's like Eggiminfinity. That's so hard to pronounce for me. So it's Eggifinity.
Aggie, Aggie sounds like your grandmother's name. It's not intimidating at all.
Is my stream frozen for Pion from Pion 10? Oh my god, it is. You've been playing already? Come on! Are you serious?
Oh, yeah, okay, so we missed the first game, the first
Wow.
turn,
Okay, that was
first
weird.
two.
I went alt tab to check the streams. It's really weird. Oh well.
Whoa. So Linyvine just lazy and sharded his Herald,
That plays.
letting it drop to it.
And again, to be completely
It's kind of, he
fair,
doesn't have the comp.
Pion.
So fortunately,
Sorry. Go on.
I unfortunately has the Battlebrand here to finish off the Herald. Otherwise this Photo Bomb would just kill him. And I assume he has to realize he has to kill the Herald, doesn't he? And it's far too dangerous if he doesn't Battlebrand it. And then yeah, Master of Elements to finish it off. You accept some damage.
Have to, right? Otherwise, you just take a gazillion.
Yeah, you have to just cross your fingers and pray your opponent doesn't have anything good in his hand.
Which unfortunately has arrow on it.
Yeah, this is quite a good hand from Linyvine as well. Pion's under a lot of pressure, and his Ambriel's Edicts have already gone past as well. At least some of them. He doesn't have any of his echoes ticking, so yeah, this looks problematic for Pion, doesn't it? Oh well. So how would you win this matchup from Pion's side? It's because, yeah, Linyvine can put on a lot of pressure like this, and then he can blow you up later in the game with the Herald combos. So
I imagine
it seems
though.
favorable for him at every phase of the game.
Imagine Pion really wants those really good attacks, right? And
Yeah, I
Embryo
suppose
doesn't
so.
even do much in this matchup because when you fight the bomb, your lanes are technically filled, so you don't get armor while you're getting bombed.
Yeah, the armor can preserve your life total, but it doesn't resist the photobomb itself. It's also dangerous to rely on in the Archangel to preserve your life
Ouch.
total because she can just get dendrified or botanimated or something
Very
when you
easily.
were relying on it too if you were relying on her too much.
Mm-hmm. Pion is down.
It's actually
Hmm,
rather unfortunate this Killian doesn't die. I'm sure Pine would have loved to have the Angel protection this turn.
sure. Pion is down to 38 health on 2.1, which is a disastrously low amount of health.
Yeah, he took a big photobomb last turn. He's taking potentially a small photobomb this turn. All these creatures are level 2, so that Botanimate photobomb combo can't happen. So I suppose that helps. I'm not sure what Linyvine's play here is. So Linyvine's looking to force through damage. He wants to kill someone with this Herald. Unfortunately, he needs this Botanimate to do it. All the creatures are level 2.
He messed up. He's gonna play the Warlord. Or he's gonna try to kill the Scout, I think. But if he was gonna kill the
Uh,
Scout, he could just. No. If he's gonna kill the Scout, he
yeah,
could
I'm
have
not sure.
Combat Warlord and Patriarch. You missed 2 damage on the ceiling 5, but you still kill the Scout. Now, if he wants
He
to kill
might
the
also be
Scout.
trying to grow a Melisome. I'm sure that's what he's debating here between Melisome and Warlord, right?
I don't think the Mana Summon does
I'm not
anything,
sure.
right? Because it does dice with Embryo. Or trades with Embryo.
Photobomb for 12 damage is perfectly legitimate as well.
Not sure. Getting down even lower. Probably can't even deal with the. I mean, he can. He has to burn out and put the Master Elements in front of him. Maybe scout the Master Element so it lives on 1 health.
Uh, yeah, I suppose then you just got to pray once again that he doesn't draw any of his combos with the Herald. Although we can see in Linyvine's hand over there, some Lysian shard. Ah, he's gonna burn out it. Yeah, sorry, I was correct.
Are you watching
This
the
is why
stream
Pion's a
again?
much better player than I am.
Wow.
No, I'm watching yours. I just saw him burn out. I just saw Pion burn out a Herald of Destruction to death. Is that desynced?
Are you watching the stream instead of the Hangouts again?
No, I'm watching the Hangouts.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, so currently, Linyvine's debating what to do on his 2.3.
It's
Is this
probably.
correct?
Yeah. It's probably Etherphage and. I don't know actually. Because none of these lines, right? Whatever you block the Archangel with will die. Hmm. Really? Oh, I can see why.
Oh, dropping him to 2 damage. Like
Pretty
that means
sure.
there's only one Windspark Elemental in this list, and we do have the incorrect list. We might have to find that out later what it was.
Yeah,
I'm sure Linyvine's not cheating. He just made a mistake.
definitely.
Um, but yeah, on 2 life means that Windspark Elemental's now a huge threat as well. And Pion still can't get an Echo going. Wow, he would have loved to play Lucid Echo there.
Utterly loved it actually. See, he's hovering on the concede button. I
Yeah.
mean, being at 2 health against Harrow Bomb is pretty much dead, right?
From the Windspark perspective, yeah. Against the Herald himself, often being on 2 life and 50 life is the same because Herald does ridiculous amounts of damage.
Although Linyvine's hand is. Ooh, oh. You go Master here, right? Because you get to. No, wait. You can't cast Paralyze on 1 card, so you have to go Tyrant. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't cast the Perilous, so it's just a matter of which one do you want to level because they'll both simply be 9/9s. Pion still wants to concede.
2
I
life
suspect he's
wonder.
not having fun in this game.
I know. If I'm not wrong, if I was to rank the people who hated playing against Harold Bomb in our list, it would be Picador, then Pion, then you, then me. No, wait, no, you're after me. I hate it. I mean, then again, who likes it, right?
I don't hate Herald. I quite like Herald decks. Okay, so this is triple energy surge. So he's
I
unlikely
think
to have
he
a level 1 creature in play for that Botanimate, so he might live for another turn.
looks like it.
I forget, what level's his Agamemnon? Is that still at level 2? Did he
Level
miss that one?
2. Yep, he missed it.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't think he's been leveling his Warmonger mods either, so
He can't
that's
walk
got to
on
be
combo.
intimidating.
So he's just playing around, what do you call it? Uh, discard it. Oh, Battlebranded on guys. Discard it. Ion.
Mm, yeah,
Ah, goodness, he missed the
he,
discard.
he, I think he made a mistake. He couldn't you put a creature over the top of one of his relic scouts?
No, he only had the Mo play left. The Mo free spell play.
Oh right, yeah, Master of Elements. Okay, that's true.
It's staring at the egg.
Never mind.
But he could have
Possible they didn't
discarded
even want to discard it.
The Battlebrand, so if that 12 damage comes into play later, then although there's argument to
So
make
if you
for
can
it.
dodge if you can dodge next turn as well, Pion's got some real beatdown going here.
Oh wow,
Oh, there's a Dendrify, so that Dendrify will kill him unless he can stop it.
she
But it
can
looks
with a
like
Battlebrand.
he's gonna kill this Herald with a Battlebrand, isn't he?
He has
I'd
to.
imagine so.
He has to. Which means he has to give out another Lucy Echoes.
Yeah, Pion will
Because
be aware here that he doesn't have to be dead to Dendrify.
oh wait, alright, you can just block that way. Silly me.
Yeah.
Level the
And then
Lucid.
does he play Justicar? Justicar will survive Fido Bomb if he plays that. No, it won't. He's dead to Fido Bomb. Herald Fido Bomb.
Yeah,
So yeah, you
because Herald
correctly
just
lucid after,
blocks a lane and then yeah.
after combat. Yep.
Another
So he
dead
can
hand for
fill the lanes
Linyvine.
again. He has to dodge like Herald plus combos, and he has to dodge Windspark Elemental plus various things. But so far he's been doing it.
Not that he can play around it, so. The Linyvine is going down to 48 against 34 power on board, which is
Yeah, another
actually.
17 is 31.
And there's the Windspark. And there's the Warlord for the kill, so. Unless Pion can.
Ah, so close.
Unless Pion can
He dodged it
pull
for
a
like 3 turns.
burnout. Unless Pion can pull like a
Okay,
burnout too.
Agamemnon is only level 1.
Unless he
Right,
kills off
34
all his own
damage.
creatures, and no, there's no way. Unfortunate. He's gonna die
Yes.
to it. He's gonna die to a
Herald
paper.
Dendrify does it as well.
Oh yeah, that too. He's gonna
Oh
die
well.
to a paper cut.
So close. And
Unfortunate.
Linyvine's decision to drop him to 2, like that Lysian Shard decision and things like that, really paid off for him here. That looks like it was a good choice.
So, which one do you think Linyvine
Pion
goes
was,
with? Okay, he goes for the 3 damage paper cut. I mean, both of them were 3
yeah.
damage paper cuts, but right. And Pion loses a game. It's kind of unfortunate.
Oh well. This one's a rough matchup for him, I think. But like he brought the Necreum deck specifically to try and counter Herald, so we'll see if
I
his own
imagine.
counter pick can work in retaliation.
I imagine that's what he.
Yeah, Sorrow Maidens can kill Heralds quite easily. Herald doesn't have a lot of attack to start with. And then if you shrink its attack, you can't really use his abilities well anymore.
And if he just dies to Sorrow Maiden flat out, then even better. I mean, I assume that's the deck that Pion's bringing, but I'll wait until he actually selects a deck. So what do you want? Whipping Angels. That's the Ian deck. You know, I should do events like this more often, so I suck less at them.
Yeah, get some practice, yeah. Run the stream. Yeah, I think you're doing a good job.
Apart from the minor hiccups with placeholder.
Oh.
Oh well. Try to get over it. No point harping on it. Clean tree mod. Oh yeah, mod.
Three,
If he could mod the
three
mold,
Uriel.
then he would have gotten another 17 damage in and killed Linyvine, I believe.
Yep. And yeah, he'd already used one of his 2 burnouts, so I suppose he didn't have double burnout as his other out.
Maybe.
So this is an easy Sorrow Maiden, right? Yeah.
So easy. It's ridiculous. It's like a slam or maiden, I guess.
He'll be able to combo with the Uriel here, presumably. Although Behemoth kind
It's
of resists all
yeah,
that.
it's immune to attack
So
buffs.
how well does Linyvine know this deck, this matchup? It's got to be a surprise for him, right? That
Do you
I mean, what do you
actually?
do here? The Patriarch just dies for free.
Oh,
Really, he doesn't.
identifies the sword maiden. I'm
So why would you play
surprised.
Patriarch instead of Behemoth, though?
I guess the only
Okay.
reason would be to level it because Behemoth doesn't level amazingly. It's still very good at all levels, but it doesn't level. It's not part of a game
The
plan.
4/7. The 4/7's quite weak to Uriel as well. 4 attack down to 2 was a huge hit. It's losing
The
fully half its attack.
2 attack is pretty much how is it? And but killing Uriel instead of
There we
the
go.
Aeronaut.
Okay,
To use
what we got here? Got a big
Scythe here.
scout turn.
Use Scythe here. Onto
Not
the
sure, like, Epidemic's potentially better, maybe? I don't hate Epidemic. Okay. Yeah, Pion just wants to force damage through on his 8 health creature. Although, this is going to get him Botanimated again.
Patriarch into Botaminate will kill the. Although you could always
I
just
suppose
slam a behemoth in front of it and call it there.
maybe Scythe's something he prefers to level. So I don't actually mind Epidemic there instead of Scythe.
Though Scythe's level 2 is much stronger than Epidemic because he if he puts on a Relic Scout, the Aeronaut, Relic Scout, the Predator, or even Relic Scout that Storm Maiden even, right? So just punch his face.
It's also curious that Pion went with Relic Hunter instead of Duskmore in his shrink list. Because often the tendrils of Twilight and the
Can
like
can
can
push
shrink creatures down to
things.
Sorrow Maiden size.
Yep.
Um,
Although Relic Scouting Predators is a very powerful combo.
that's true, yeah. Relic Scout's very good on both Aeronaut and Predator. And I suppose Sorrow Maiden. Sorrow Maiden punishes you really hard if you can't kill her in one turn. Yeah, okay, I can see that. I like that choice from Pion to use Relic Scouts instead of.
Summon. What do you replace? The Patriarch, I believe. Oh, was it to play around Scythe? Imagine,
Potentially,
imagine maybe. So is this not opting for the Predator? I'm fine. I guess that's a smart choice because
yeah.
if he ever grows a huge Predator, he's gonna at the very worst he's gonna botaminate, dendrify it.
Predator's not as good under level as well. Predator really relies on growing out of control. And if he's lower level, then he struggles to do that. So this looks like a pretty good Direhound, right? Direhound finishes off that Herald.
Is he scouting though,
I
or
like
is he keeping it?
Linyvine's blocking very aggressively with these Heralds. I think it is punishing him that he's getting them killed where he wouldn't be able to normally. So does Linyvine have a level 2 Malice Hermit in his deck at the moment?
No,
No,
that's
2.1 is
because
the only time he played a Hermit, right? So yes, playing Relic Scouts open like that is always very risky when there's Malice Hermit potential, because the Hermit
and
can just
on
come
level
down
one
and kill
Menace
your
Summon
Relic
anyway.
Scout.
And on level one. A level
Yeah,
one Menace Summon
and it has to
wouldn't
be the same level.
wouldn't
But in
scratch the
this
skull.
instance, Pion knows. Yeah, in this instance, Pion knows that both Malice Hermits left in Linyvine's deck are level 1.
This is an awkward one from Pion.
Yeah, it's an awful one. I guess he Discordant Strike, maybe? Or you Uriel it, I suppose.
I guess you
You just
will.
shrink his attack.
You just
Apparently
get
you can double Scythe and send his attack down to 1.
Oh,
Well, I'm not sure I like Discordant Strike instead of Scythe.
1-1-1.
It's also unfortunate the Patriarch's going to get the Herald up really high here as well.
And put him, yeah. But there's no good targets at all, so. I mean, there's a 7-7, I guess. But then the Direhound and the Relic Scar is still beating you down, so.
Yeah, Pion won't be happy seeing that.
I guess he has to he has to replace the Scout pre-combat instead of getting that 2 extra damage in. But for losing that 2 damage, he
Yeah,
gets
it's
3.
Aeronok
Yeah,
gives 3 damage on the Direhound though, so
so he actually gets 1 more.
yeah.
And I imagine that's actually gonna be a wrap, right? Because of the aeronaut mobility.
Yeah, Linyvine's on 16.
Boom.
This was surprisingly aggressive. Like, we thought this game would be all about controlling and like shrinking the
And
creatures
Sorrow
down.
Maiden stabbing and yeah, the slow game for
Yeah,
Pion. But
but
Pion
yeah,
is
this would all be about defending himself by shrinking his creatures. But
Pion is
Pion just
being the
aggroed it out.
and for then I believe now Linyvine's onto his last deck, which is
Um,
a Brood Queen
you, sh-
Sentry.
you should be able to see the life totals, like the player level and the life total.
The top left and bottom right.
Yep, that's
It's
nice.
a bit hard to get used to, I admit, because you're used to everything to be on the right, but KT made the overlay that way. So. And oh my god, Twilight Drake is cutting. Damn it. Okay. And another change line deck.
So, so Linyvine's only won 1 game so far. Are
So
you? So
it's
the red dots are
2-1.
sorry, I'm not familiar with this. The red dots are representing wins, are they?
Losses, like when you lose the deck.
Ah, right. So when you lose the deck, yeah, it fades out to red. I understand. Okay.
Think, please.
Ah, I'm a Tekken player. Oh, Tekken doesn't reverse, but I like this. That's like blacking out a deck when the deck's no longer available.
Right, potentially the last game of the round.
Oh, they're complimenting your name now, Leon. Apparently, I'm in the wrong.
That's rare. Most people just blame me all the dang time.
You were a genius all along.
Aha!
Yeah, Pion's deck's still named Agaffinity.
God damn it.
You got to change that one to
So many
uh,
things to keep up with. My
Weeping
goodness.
Angels. He named it, didn't he?
I'm just gonna call it Ian Shrink because that's what it is. It's Whipping Angels is
Oh man, you're not a Doctor Who fan?
what's Doctor Who?
Did you say what's Doctor Who? Uh, the Weeping Angels are one of the cooler villains on Doctor Who. Probably my favorite show. Can I can I ridicule him for that, guys? At least Ian doesn't know he's Doctor Who.
What's Doctor?
This is also a very weak Brood Queen that Linyvine's just played into a Sorrow Maiden.
Oh yeah,
It's curious they didn't choose Death Weaver or Aetherphage.
I'm not sure that aggressively
Values leveling up.
leveling Brood Queen's a good idea here because all he's going to do is stab it. Oh, he doesn't even need to stab
The
it. He can
Broodfang doesn't have a lot of
just
value.
uh,
The Broodfang's vulnerable to a lot of the AoE,
scythe
like
stuff.
scythe type things as well, and it can feed predators potentially.
He
So I'm not
doesn't
sure. Yeah,
actually
Brood
need
Queen is high value.
to. He doesn't actually need to stab the Brood Queen here. Although,
Yeah,
yeah,
just play an Aeronaught and stab the Broodfang is probably fine, right?
good. You do
I,
take 1 damage on the Storm Maiden, but imagine you're fine with that.
it is a curious choice though, because you don't really want to just
Give
waste half
away,
of your Discordant Strike.
yeah, and that's true.
You want to hit the Behemoth's health with your Discordant Strike.
But there's
I
nothing.
guess it adds 1 health to your Maiden if you lower the Brood Queen's attack. That's not the worst.
Yeah, I guess, but
And I imagine you don't want to level Relic Hunter, right? Maybe you do. Maybe because you got a Relic Scout sitting here.
hmm? Why? That doesn't do anything.
No, he's going to blow up the Brood. He's going to blow up the Brood Queen with the
Oh,
Sorry Maiden. I think I'd shrink Brood Queen's attack and Behemoth's health, and then Sorry Maiden out the Brood Fang.
you definitely hit Behemoth's health, yeah, so that your next
So
airlock doesn't die.
he wants to leave the Brood Fang there for Predator purposes next turn,
Oh yeah, true.
which I
But
can see.
Scythe actually, yeah, makes sense. I was playing this deck better than us. Wait, that makes sense. What am I saying? All right.
I'm always afraid of
Scythe on the
the sheer
Behemoth
number of
did
things Broodwing decks
nothing.
can do.
Oh, that's
Also, dendrifying after Scythe, doesn't he want to dendrify and then Scythe so you shrink the tree?
yes. And the Scythe probably should went on the Brute Fang because Scything Behemoth
I
doesn't do
mean,
anything.
2/2 Behemoth can feed a Behemoth, but at this point, the Predator gets to eat a Broodfang anyway. The Predator's already got food.
Well, guess that was a misplay.
Oh, Pion's looking in great shape again.
Gee, no easy
Maybe this
odds.
deck's the key.
The key to what? Ending Harrow's Bomb's evil reign on the meta game.
Oh, just the metagame in general. That Spirit Stone Sentry's not going to do much. The
Is,
creatures can just shift over.
is this gonna get
That
Justica?
Nexus.
Is this gonna play a Justica into a Discordant Strike and then kill the Dustmole with the Stormmaiden trigger? Does he want to
Oh, did
play
you do that
the
the wrong way
Justica
around?
first? Does he want to play the Justica first?
I don't. That's
I guess not.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's
Or maybe he wants to
about to
see
realize
if
his mistake.
the Spiritual Sentry ends up in 1 again, so he stabs it with the Sorrow Maiden and gets like 11/11 on the Predator.
Yeah, it's just I think your Aeronaut really wants to be in the center lane, right? You would love your Sorrow Maiden to have 5 attack right now.
It's a shame, I guess he misplayed again. Yep, misplay.
Oh well,
Ooh, Dustmole coming down though,
it's not. It's
with
not a big
combo.
one. The consequence is just a couple of health on his Aeronaut, so
But
so
everything.
be it. It's not a big consequence.
Yes, but
Yep.
he's forced to play another summon here, right? Even though all his like half of his guys has armor. 2/3 rather.
Yeah, I think so. And this is the consequence of playing Dozer. That Dozer's good at resisting Malice Helmets, but
When your opponent doesn't have
you
mana
can run into
summon.
problems with this style of deck. Yeah, Malice Helmet's okay.
How many activations has that Saruman got? 3?
Yeah, this is a third one, right? Yeah, it's a lot of value from a level 1 Sorrow Maiden. I mean, she's still a 5'6" at the moment. So
5. She doesn't have armor right now. She's bleeding.
yeah, so she's effectively a 5/5 come the next turn.
Not stabbing the mana summon.
Uh, Perhaps he forgot. Yeah, leaving it there just means that future Malice Hermits can
Grow
grow,
one more.
can feed off it, doesn't it? Or
Yeah.
Daisy and Siphon type things can happen.
And since you blocked it, it's not for Predator or any purposes.
Yeah, I think you'll be regretting. Again, it won't matter much, but I think you'll be regretting not shooting it down with the Maiden.
10 time.
Yeah, well, if that was a 9/9, that's.
Still, oh,
I suppose it doesn't matter too much here. It would be easier to get into his Sorrow Maiden range, I suppose. And a little easier.
will forgive for being
Although
attacked.
once again, Linyvine's losing a lot of life points. He's down to 19.
And if and I imagine he can't get control of the board back, can he? I guess with a Dendrify and a Behemoth in front of the Justica, he could. But he's still looking
Yeah,
at
but then he
10
takes 10.
and maybe
Not 8,
14
9,
if
I suppose.
and 14 if oh no, fine, okay. But though Pion can't actually deal with this mana summon, but I imagine that's okay, right?
Yeah, well, Pion's about to lose his board again next turn and just not have a board, period. So this is actually a little scarier than it looks.
And Pion doesn't actually run house, so he can't just sit there and just finish him.
Yeah, Pion's going to have to rely on like drawing another big creature, get back into it.
That's
Going
small.
to 6, but
Oh, he
Linyvine
could.
has a lot of level 2s in play now.
But though, Pion's just gonna win off the Virtual Scythe.
Oh, right, yep. He couldn't block all 3 lanes.
The game. Right, so
Pion
Pion
takes down the
wins.
match.
Yep.
So is
And
it me or you up next?
yeah, you're up. And I think I should